Hey guys, welcome to No Thanks We're Good. My name is Caroline Banowitz.
My name is Chris Barnes.
And today we have a very talented, wonderful, beautiful, hilarious guest, Grace Reiter!
Reiter! Yeah! Grace Reiter! Grace Reiter! Yeah.
Yes, thank you guys so much for having me on the podcast. I love it.
It's great. Are you Swedish? I had no idea.
Yes, and thank you for...
Oh, wait. Now you're... Oh, that is
that was
sweet. That's
Swedish, yeah.
IKEA language.
Is that
Okay.
still... yes.
But that's like Swedish for like the Muppets, yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Swedish Muppets. Yeah. That was like... were the Swedes not upset about that?
Yeah, imagine
They
if
must
they
have
had like
been.
a Chinese puppet, like a
Yeah,
Chinese
that's
chef,
so like...
and it was just like...
It was like, well, we're not going to
Yeah,
do it.
like-
We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. And
I'm excited for a Filipino pope. I'm not Catholic, but...
Do you
Filipino
think we'll
pope?
have one?
I don't know. It seems like he's the front runner up. I don't even know his name. I just know
well,
he's
the
Filipino.
last
Do they
pope...
vote? Is
Yeah,
it like
they have.
mayor?
It's like 35,
Yeah.
135 cardinals get together and they vote, and they do like a round robin thing where it's like they keep voting until they have like a super majority, and then they.
Oh, it's like a jury.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
it's like it can't be split.
right. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so.
But there's a lot of
Is there like a competition? Is it like drag race? Like
that
Like
would be
each pope has to
really
like
fun.
sing a song and
Yeah.
wear like
Lip sync
a
for their
outfit.
life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
lip sync for your life.
yeah.
They're all have Italian accents, obviously, because they're in Vatican. So they had to like do a song. It's like, I've had the time of my life, and like do a
Is
whole
that,
routine.
That wasn't even
I don't even know
necessarily
what.
Italian.
I don't even know
by
what
the way,
that
by
was.
the way, babe, it's
wasn't-
lip sync for your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't sing.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh, you
you
don't
don't-
sing?
No,
Have you ever seen a drag
I
queen?
have seen
Lip.
that. Yeah.
Lip.
Sync for your life.
Yeah.
What city are
Yeah.
you from in Wisconsin?
Chippewa Falls.
Were there falls, or was it just the name?
Like TBH, I don't think I really saw a waterfall.
Wait, Lake TBH.
So
Like
there's
to
Lake-
be honest.
There's Lake TBH, and then there's Lake for TBH, and then there's Lake
What- Yeah.
Great,
Like
and
for
then
like?
like
Yeah.
for like, and then
There's-
follow for follow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of it's at least that's my plan, like to get like super mega famous and then go back and run for mayor and then change all the names.
Change
of
all
the
the lake
stuff.
names. To
Yeah. To
If
like
you were, like,
internet.
Text slang. Yeah.
Silly famous. Like Kardashian
Yeah.
famous where like you're like
I could be like-
starting a dumb business.
Yeah.
You're starting a stupid business.
What
Yeah.
would you do? Like what would you guys do?
Oh my god, that's a really good question because I know my goal, my dream is to own a Culver's, but that's
Oh.
not silly. That's not silly.
That's
like,
easy. You will
yeah.
get that.
Yeah, maybe.
What's your
like-
favorite
I could see
ice cream of the day? I'm a Turtle Tuesday girl.
Yes.
Turtle Tuesday's so good.
Turtles just good. I love a little salty with my sweet.
It's so
I love a little
good.
salty and
But I
sweet.
still like that it's vanilla ice cream.
Yes. Yeah, honestly, vanilla kind of better than chocolate.
Oh.
I know. Sorry to the chocolate
Kinda
girlies.
racist.
Yeah.
I know it feels a little racist for sure, but it's
It's
strictly
just the
flavors.
truth. It's just the truth.
It's just the truth. Vanilla's
Yeah.
kind of better.
I get
It's
it.
much more richer flavor.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Richer, complicated. Like,
Well, I really
Yeah.
think that it's like something where it's a marriage because we have the vanilla ice cream, and then we get like the chocolate in there. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's like
It's
I want a
diversity.
little, I want a little bite of it, but it balances it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, Turtle Tuesday that goes so hard. Okay, so you want to own a Culver's.
Wait, do you
I
want to
do
like?
think that'll happen.
Do you want to like
Thank you.
be day-to-day operations at the Culver's, like fucking screaming at teenagers?
I mean, maybe like
Jacob.
Yeah.
I told you to clean out the fucking
Yeah.
machines.
Yeah.
You know.
fuck no, you can't take off for your grandma's funeral. Fuck, we gotta do this.
And then be like, "Hi, how can I help you?" And
Yeah.
then, like immediately serving customers.
Yeah, and then like a full like two buses, two full buses, 16 freaking buses of like a softball team come in, and I'm like, God damn it! I'm like, fuck, we gotta make more Kurds. That's kind of my dream.
A
I
theater
think-
troupe after their community theater show.
Yeah, we'll have one big like banquet table because we
Yeah.
know like
Yeah.
sports are coming in there. They can all sit there, but I would say maybe for sure like once in a while I'd come back and sort of be like Lady Gaga when she worked at Starbucks that one time.
Yeah.
I'll sort of do that.
Or
Just-
Lana
I
Del
didn't
Rey
know
when
that
she
she
worked at
did
Waffle
that.
House.
Wait, or who?
Lana Del Rey
when she worked
Yes.
at Waffle House.
Yeah, like that. Like I
Yeah.
think, and then they'll be like, "Wait, that's hers." And then I think maybe like the Culvers will have like pictures of me. all over.
I think it'd be so funny if you got super famous and then you did that celebrity thing where you go to a restaurant and you work there for like PR. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
look at me, this stuff.
Yeah.
But you like run it like the fucking military.
Yeah.
You're like,
Like
just
the-
screaming at people.
yeah, I'm not like
Clean up.
Have a nice
What is
day.
this shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just screaming. Oh, that'd be.
I'll do
great.
that.
Yeah, you should.
I think I'll do that. That's my dream, but like that's not silly enough. I feel like I need something more silly, like start like a brand or like something that's like
Yeah.
Yeah, like a makeup brand is obviously probably the most popular. I also think like hosting like a TV show is another really popular one. That's not that crazy, but
Yeah.
Oh, like that one floor show where it's like the floor is
floor.
lava, or just it's called the floor.
No,
It's actually just called
like
The Floor.
they have to like they put.
awesome.
It's
Have you
so
ever watched
dumb.
it?
It's so dumb.
No, I refuse
It's
to watch
actually
anything.
so good.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what is?
Is
What is
that
it?
the show where they had to guess the image
Yeah.
thing?
So
Okay,
do you know that
there's a
popular
big-
sound on TikTok that's like cheesecake, bing.
Oh,
Chocolate
that's
chip cookies.
them.
It's
Yeah.
The Floor.
Wow, good for them.
Yeah, but okay, so there's a bit of an issue on the show
Sure.
where they have like a celebrity round where they put up pictures of celebrities, and sometimes there'll be a white person versus a black person, and the white
Sure.
people will have no idea who many very obvious black celebrities
It's
are.
like the most famous celebrities. It's
Yeah.
like Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
And they're like, pass. Like, they just don't know. And it's so
Yeah.
the SNL did a skit about it with Shane Gillis. But the vice versa too. And sometimes it's just like there's just people that just don't
all
know.
white people look alike. Like right
They
now,
do.
if we have any black listeners, they're looking at us and they're like, I don't know who's who.
They're saying,
Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
hard.
I feel for you guys. Like it is hard.
Yeah.
Like
No, it
sometimes
is.
I'm looking at Chris and I'm like,
Wait,
which one am I?
Also, like her iPhone doesn't know the difference between us because you know how
No.
it has like the
My iPhone is definitely like,
Like,
black and
it,
it's like,
it
what
opens
the hell?
it opens for me. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
it was
Yeah.
enough for my sister, but I guess we are like actually genetically
Yeah.
related.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
like I feel for them. We do look alike.
We do.
Yeah, there's times I'm watching shows and I'm like, wait, what's that guy's name again? Isn't that guy? Oh, that's the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Sure,
I
sure.
get it. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
no, totally. And then people will be like, oh, your celebrity lookalike is, and you could say any white actor.
I did want to talk about. I saw you put up an Instagram story a few days ago about how you love two things. I'm stalking you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
stalking
yeah,
you.
yeah.
'Cause you said you love Mormons.
Oh, yes.
You love Mormons. By the way,
You're Mormon?
No.
Oh.
No, can you
I know,
imagine?
you can-
He is obsessed with Mormon.
I know.
I'm obsessed.
Whoa,
Yeah.
You're obsessed with Mormon?
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed. I'm like, I watch videos and I'm like, maybe I'll convert.
Listen, I think about that all the time too.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm kind of in on Mormons. I love them. I like want to go to Utah.
Oh, so yeah,
You
and
know?
I fucking love Utah.
All Mormons are like, they're like hot. They're like
That's-
very.
They are hot.
That's part of being Mormon is like to
You have to
present.
be hot.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, Mormon, and I don't know how deep you are into Mormon theology.
Oh, tell.
Okay. They all like the belief of Mormonism is that if you live a great life and you're like the best person ever, you instead of going to heaven and being like, yeah, I'm in heaven, you get promoted to being a god.
Of a planet, yes.
your
you get
own planet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you get to populate it, and it's really for the men because I don't know what happens to women. By the way, like
Oh.
they're like
no,
they're-
the
if you're-
women are forever pregnant to populate the.
Yeah,
planet.
but like they
Wait,
say,
so it's just your family that populates this?
yeah, but they say, but
That's
as
why
a,
you have to have a
as a
bunch of
guy though,
wives.
like you get when you become a god, it's like they say you have your wife and then infinite angel wives to like help populate. So like,
But you're not
your wife's-
bringing those from Earth. Those are
No,
just
those are just out there. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't you think like they're like, well, who populated our Earth? Maybe it was Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Do they think like
They-
God
Adam and Eve
is?
They
were
believe
Mormons?
they believe that all people that exist or whoever have existed are called intellectual somethings.
Intellectual beings. No,
No, they're called like they're called
That's
Sorry,
smart.
they're called intelligences, and they're basically these balls of souls, right? And they're just in heaven in space right now, and then God assigns them a body. So every
Oh.
person who's ever lived and whoever will live is a giant sphere of energy up in heaven, waiting to be given a body.
But here's the thing that's a little confusing about Mormonism, and like from my background, I see this too, like New Age Christianity. Like I grew
Yeah.
up like a fundamentalist, and then there's like New Age Christianity where I'm like, okay, I love what you guys are doing. This is a vibe, but this is not canon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
But here's
they're-
what I'm like saying about
yeah.
Mormonism. Like I feel like we watch like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and like they would hear you say that, and they're like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they themselves are like, well, it's less about that and more like I just love my family and I
Yeah.
believe in
Yeah,
God.
like
Because,
I
like,
don't think like they
the
are
lore-
into the Mormonism themselves.
No,
Sure.
the whole lore is it's like science fiction-y. It's very crazy, and
Yeah.
like a lot of Mormons just kind of ignore all that stuff. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of stories, like a lot of racism.
It's like Christians with like some of the verses. They're like, okay, yeah, but
Not that one.
Yeah,
one's
but
a-
like
Yeah.
like in context, like during the time period, like it's like that.
Yeah.
Like,
it was different.
that-
It was
it,
different then.
They're having a good
It's like when
time.
their boyfriend tweeted the N-word. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, back in 2012, like
It was a different
It was a different
time.
time.
I mean, like that's essentially the Bible. It is like it was written so long ago. They're like, well, you know, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because they thought Jesus was gonna come back like next year.
No, the
yeah,
Mormons
they,
did. The Mormons.
girl, the way that they thought Jesus was gonna come back next year, and he just did not.
and
Yeah.
he didn't.
He just did.
He didn't. They didn't know. They
He's
didn't.
waiting for the right moment.
Yeah.
All right?
It was like, you know,
Yeah.
and here's the deal. If the Bible was a podcast, like
Yeah.
they would have cut some parts out if they knew it was going to be on the internet
Sure,
forever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They thought that like it would get burned or like another flood would happen and it all get lost. It was all on paper.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Can you imagine that? That's crazy that it even lasted that long. Like I don't even have paper. I don't even have paper
What
in my
is
house.
paper?
Or it was more like a parchment. And like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't even a notes app.
It wasn't even. It was like analog.
Yeah. It was,
Imagine,
it was
like-
a pelt.
Yeah.
It wasn't even,
It was an animal pelt they were
Yeah.
writing on.
Imagine like one of them, like James writes like a notes app apology being like, girl, I'm sorry about that. Like when I said the thing about homosexuality,
Well-
like I didn't know that they were people too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I
isn't
mean?
that like kind of some of the books of the Bible? Isn't one of the books just like this, like some guys like private letters?
Oh yeah, Songs of Solomon.
Yeah.
They're his
Yeah.
private. They're like his like sex to his wife.
Yeah, is it kind of like, oh.
Wait, there's sexting in the Bible?
So yeah, you don't know about Songs of Solomon?
no.
So Songs of Solomon,
tell
it's
us.
actually
This-
so.
let's get into the
Let's
religious
get, yeah,
podcast.
this is a religious podcast.
Yeah.
So Songs of Solomon is actually so graphic that Jewish. It's in the Old Testament that I believe Jewish men or both people can't read it until they're like
Jewish
16.
men and women? Or
Yeah.
what do you mean Jewish men and both people?
I think it's Jewish men
And the other people
Yeah, the
also.
others.
And everyone
and
else.
the they thems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the they thems.
Wow, okay. That's on me.
So
I
there are
sort of
Jewish
forgot
they
about
thems
that.
as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I believe like and I'm sure it's like a similar thing where it's like, yeah, but you know what I mean? Where I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, they see porn online. Okay.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do believe like the Orthodox ones like wait till a certain age to
How,
read it.
how raunchy could it be?
Well, why don't we Google the most raunchy verse in a second?
Yes. Oh my
But
God.
will you do that? Will you do that? So Songs of Solomon is really just him talking about like his wife and like how hot she is in her body.
Nice.
And it's just like basically a love letter to his wife. It's in the Old Testament and that's kind of it.
So, and then, see, and now why is that included?
I think they were like, we gotta fill this fucking thing.
Yeah, they were like, we need
gotta-
filler.
they
Which
could-
is funny because the Catholic Bible has more books. Like
Yes,
the
yeah.
Christian Bible
Wait,
was
really?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Christians were
Oh.
kind of like I don't think like they're published, but there is like Catholicism believes there were more books.
Were you baptized?
Yeah, but like, I've done it multiple times now where it feels like, okay, like,
You're like, they don't even,
I think-
they're not even checking on this.
yeah,
This
wait.
is my third time.
Maybe I've only done it once. I don't remember.
Has anyone in your church ever gotten baptized in like a white t-shirt and you're kind of like, okay.
Okay, horror.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bitch.
Okay.
Or the
Okay,
other thing is
bitch.
when like people are giving their testimonies, which is like, you know, how they found Christ. Like sometimes they'll be like, I was out every night. Every night I was waking up next to a different person.
And you're like, awesome.
okay, brag.
No,
Yeah.
literally, I
Oh,
know.
you're
Some of
cool.
it is like, okay. See, and that's the book, like, what do you say, Book of Solomon or whatever?
Songs
Like,
of Solomon.
Songs of Solomon.
Which
It's
I
like,
found the
okay,
raunchiest
leave that
verse.
out. Okay, yeah, tell us.
Take me away with you. Let us hurry. Let the king bring me into his chambers.
The kid.
Okay.
What?
King.
Okay.
Threesome?
Okay.
Confused.
yeah.
My
What?
beloved is to me a sachet of myrrh resting between my breasts.
Fuck, they don't shut up about myrrh.
They love
They love,
myrrh.
what is myrrh?
Was it like rose quartz back then or
What
something?
is-
Because we love rose quartz now.
True. It was like some sort of jewel or like
Yeah.
tarot card reading thing.
Yeah. Your breasts are like two fawns, like twin fawns of a gazelle.
Okay.
Awake north wind and come south wind. Blow on my garden.
Nice.
And its
Awesome.
fragrance may spread everywhere.
Damn,
Nice.
seed? Shit.
Nice.
Let my beloved come into his garden and taste its choice fruits.
Nice.
Your breasts are like two fawns, like twin flame gazelles. Your statue is that of the palm, and your breasts like clusters of fruit.
Wow.
The
I'm
garden bit's
so,
pretty good.
Like,
I said I will climb the palm tree. I will take hold of its fruit. May your breasts be like clusters of grapes on the vine, and the fragrance of your breasts like apples, and your mouth like the best wine.
Let's pause right there. Let's hold. He said your breasts smell like apples. That was a lie.
no, the wine. Your mouth tastes like the best wine or something.
Yeah, that was a Taylor Swift lyric.
Yeah, that was kind of gorgeous.
Yeah, that was kind of
That's the thing is,
kind of ate.
I'm not like I'm sure if I was more sheltered, I'd find this like so titillating. But because I'm just internet pilled, I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is he saying?
Yeah,
You've seen
yeah.
some.
I'm
You've
like-
seen some shit on the internet where you're
Yeah.
like,
I've seen some.
I've seen some boobs that look like apples before.
yeah.
Yeah, like okay.
You're like, okay, but where is the fisting? That's
Yeah.
where I
Yeah,
need to know.
yeah,
this-
yeah.
I've read a Thorn of Cord and Roses. This is nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, then
Caroline's
lock it
gonna be
in.
singing the national anthem soon at a minor league baseball.
At a minor league baseball game.
And we
What?
August 1st, you're welcome to
Yeah.
come.
Okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm
I'll
coming.
Yeah.
raise you. We're gonna get a box.
And like, and we.
Wait, actually,
yeah,
Yeah.
you should come.
Wait, yes, I want to.
I'll
Wait,
send you the
who's-
particle.
Yeah.
I haven't made it yet, but I'll send it to you when I
Wait,
make
no,
it.
please, because I want to go to a baseball. I haven't gone to a baseball game here yet.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
wait,
not
'cause
it's not like the Yankees.
Well,
don't worry.
because it's not winter. They don't play in the winter. So
Well,
Yeah.
it is a minor
It's a
league.
minor. It's like
no, the Cyclones, right?
no.
Trenton.
This is in Trent, New Jersey. It's kind of a drive, to be honest.
Oh, really? Wait, are you getting a bus too, or
I'm
are we all?
kind of thinking about getting a bus.
You might
Get
have
a
to rent
party bus.
Yeah, get
No,
a party
I'm kind of
bus.
thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
Wait, that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
No, I think it's gonna be like, but the real problem is I'm trying to figure out my outfit. Like, do I go Statue of Liberty? Like, do I dress like the flag? Like,
Oh my
'cause I
God,
wanna-
you dress Chapel Roan.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
what I
we're
was
thinking.
thinking. Yeah.
Oh,
But
that
the-
pisses people off.
the biggest
in
issue-
New Jersey, right? Wouldn't it? Or
No,
no?
they
I
would
don't
love
know.
that. It's
They would?
minor league. They would
Sure,
love
they're all
that.
drunk
It's a
already.
family thing, you
the
know.
Yeah.
players are
You
drunk.
know,
Wait, yeah,
so,
true.
yeah, they're not. By the way, none of these players are making it to the big leagues. Okay, this is a team. Most minor league teams are associated with another team, so there's like a ladder up to the top. These guys are just completely independent. There's no way
Independent
out.
baseball player.
This is baseball hell. If you're here,
Yeah.
your plan did not work. You know that it's over soon.
Yeah, but you're having fun.
You're
Here's the
having
deal is I
fun.
believe in anyone's dreams. So
Yeah.
personally, I'm like, okay, even if I believe in you,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So.
the biggest issue is that lyrically we need.
I
to,
keep
we
forgetting
need
the
to
lyrics.
lock it down.
I gotta lock it in because
she-
I know I'm
she-
the
gonna get
national
nervous.
anthem?
It's not easy.
It's
No,
not
that's
easy.
true.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it right now.
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we
Oh.
hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Good.
Whose
Okay.
broad oh, yeah, see, then I'd fuck up. Whose broad stripes and bright stars
Yeah.
through the perilous fight was so proudly
No.
we hailed. Oh, no?
Over
Or
the ramparts.
we
Fuck.
watch.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no.
It's tough.
We're so
Are you
gallantly
not
streaming.
given like a teleprompter?
I don't think so.
No.
You know what? Just get an
And the
iPad. You can use
rockets.
my iPad. I'll sit on the field with the lyrics, and I'll be laying on the ground and I'll scroll. You totally could do that just off screen.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
No one will know.
Why not? Everyone holds it up on their iPhone.
They probably
think-
have the lyrics up in the.
They do, but they
thing.
might be delayed.
Oh,
I think
true.
we're thinking about, a lot of artists do a fun thing where they do a little snippet. They do like J-Lo. You know what I'm talking about or no?
Wait, you mean like a little riff during?
Yeah, a
one of
little
So
the
riff,
did
like-
you see when J-Lo sang at Biden's inauguration?
No.
You didn't watch that? What
So
the
she
fuck's wrong
literally
with
did
you?
something so iconic. I'm not quite sure. I think she was singing America the Beautiful.
She was singing some song at the end of it. She just goes, "Let's get loud."
And she put her own
She put her own song in there.
into it. And it was so, and by the way, but here's the deal, is like I kind of get it.
It was great.
I kind of get it. And so
Wait,
part of me,
what? How did
Yeah.
I miss this?
part of me is like, what if like I put like one of my stand-up bits or like one of my like video, like what's
You
like,
should do your song. Your
Such a
songs.
bitch?
Yeah.
so I go, home of the brave, such a bitch.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
home is a bit.
Yeah.
Home is a bitch. That's how did I miss that?
Yeah,
I guess it was a while ago.
It was like 5 years ago.
It was a while ago. It was
Yeah.
very long ago.
But
been a
that was
but
great.
it was like,
Were people mad at her?
No, I think people were
I
just
wasn't
kind of
on
like
Twitter at the time, so
all
I
right.
don't know.
I was, and people were kind of like, "That's so fun." No one was like
It was
disrespect. They were just
so
like,
funny.
"That's just funny."
Okay,
it's just
that's
funny
good.
to do that.
Because everyone was sort of happy at that point. We're all like, wait,
Yeah, we're all
we've
like,
come together.
yeah.
Let's just,
Yeah.
okay, let's let J-Lo put her song
Yeah.
in. And then everyone sort of turned. They're like, yes, J-Lo, we love you. Sing it, girl.
Yeah.
But as soon as Trump got into office, we were like, J-Lo tries so hard.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so can we, like, the state of the country sort of depends on public opinion of J-Lo.
It really does.
Yeah, it does. It tells you a lot about
and
how
I
things
just
are
want to
going.
say that I love J Lo, and I think she's fantastic.
Me too.
I love her too, and everything is going to be great for her.
I think so too. Are you a big HG fan?
Oh, Hunger Games, yeah.
Yeah. It took
At
you a
first,
second.
yeah, I was like, HG, huh?
THG.
Yeah, THG.
The
yes,
Hunger
yes.
Games.
I'm the hugest, biggest fan. Well, maybe not the biggest because I actually haven't read the books.
Oh no, that's okay. Yeah.
So lately, I have been noticing things that feel very capital. Like
In current day life.
in current day, something will happen, and you're like, "This is so the capital."
Yeah.
Them going to space. I love my girl Katy Perry, but them going to space was very the capital.
yeah.
Wow, true.
Don't you like
True.
notice like sometimes
Floating, dancing.
Yeah.
there's just like random
Flower.
shit they do, and you're like, "That is so the capital."
That is so the,
Yeah.
yeah, like celebrity culture where they like, yeah, or I mean, just like,
The Met Gala is a little bit the capital.
yeah, sort of like the fashion trends. I mean, in the book, they mentioned this girl had like gems on her teeth, and I was like, grills?
Yeah.
I was like the studs, like
Mm-hmm.
people are doing that. People also like in the new book they're talking about like body modification way more. Like people literally have like animal horns or like just plastic surgery just in general. And I was like, whoa, gee, like yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I could see, and that is the video essay that the thing you referenced
Yeah,
were the
yeah.
two favorite things, Mormons and the Hunger Games. It was this video essay. Her name's something. It's Dove something on YouTube. and she talked about how, like, not necessarily saying the Capitol are Mormons exactly, but like how Mormon culture like could sort of, how it sort of became, like, she makes, because she's like a geographer or something, so she makes a case for, like, I believe the Hunger Game or the Capitol is in
Salt Lake City,
modern
Utah.
day Salt Lake City, Utah.
What?
And it's an hour 25. Listen to it. I feel
watch
like you
it.
would love it.
I would think I would.
If you love Mormons, because they
do.
talk about how, she talks about how, like, the Mormon culture of they all look hot is presenting yourself in a certain way.
Yeah.
And they all, also the Mormon accent. Oh my God, let me
What's
tell
the
you.
Mormon accent? I know
Mormons-
nothing about the Mormon accent.
Well, so it's sort of like the Capitol
intrigued.
where she says they sort of like put it on when they're giving their testimonies.
Well, no, Christians have the same one.
Yes, it's that. It's this uppity, like.
Christianese. Have you ever heard the term Christianese?
No.
So, for
But
example,
you know.
Christianese would be like, what season are you in? Like, is your season? How's your walk with God?
Yes.
How's your walk with God?
And like they draw out the S's and they're very like.
Yeah.
I don't know. They sort of. It's like
Totally.
or like the Book of Mormon, like when they're what is it? They're knocking on the doors and stuff. Like they sort of put on like an affect.
Hello, my name is Elder
They
Price.
sing. It's a musical. It's
Yeah,
a broad,
yeah,
they have
that
the
was-
Broadway musical voice.
So yeah, when they do the vibrato.
Yeah, but it's sort of like a sing-songy whatever.
Yeah.
And then she like, whatever. She gives a lot of like reasons as to why this is, and it's very compelling.
Okay.
Like one of the prophets or presidents or something like that. Well, I think the presidents were whatever.
yeah.
His last name was Snow. His surname was Snow, President Snow.
Of the Mormon presidents.
Or yeah. Like the Mormon president was Snow,
Yeah.
so whatever. And then the big kicker is the flag. The Utah flag
is a honeycomb.
it's blue and white.
Yeah.
And in the corner it's 13 stars around one big star, and the Capitol flag in the illustrated version is one big star with 13 stars to represent the 13 districts.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched.
So she was like, "But you got to watch it. I love it." And she's making like videos on all the districts too.
Oh.
And like cuz she's I don't know what her degree is, but she's like a geographer or something.
She's
like
smart.
that.
She's a smart girl.
She's smart, and she like wrote like a paper about it and things.
I love when smart people make intellectual, interesting things, but about like pop culture.
Yes.
Like get my,
Because
like,
sometimes it is
I
that
want to be
deep.
smart. Like I
Yeah.
want to like, but I don't want to like get deep about like actual history. I want to get deep about like something fun.
Like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then and then it turns into like, oh, like fascism, and it's like, fuck.
I was recently rewatching, because I haven't seen the movie in a while, and I was
Mm-hmm.
recently rewatching clips of it, and I like forgot a lot of like what happens in the first one.
Yeah.
And like I remember watching it and just hating the character PETA so
sure.
much.
Yeah.
Like wasn't his like only skill that he could do like movie quality makeup,
Special effects makeup.
special
yeah.
effects makeup,
is
like
so funny.
prosthetics.
Yeah.
Right? Because like there's a scene where like he's like in the woods and like Katniss is running and like steps on him and he's like fully a fucking boulder, right?
Yep.
He's
yep.
just like just
Yeah.
But
I
like,
just imagine the people on set being like, it is a superpower. It is an amazing superpower.
Yeah. All the makeup artists
like-
are like, yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
finally
what-
some recognition for
you're,
our
you're
talent.
telling me in the cornucopia next to the fucking spears and the bows and arrows, there's like a bag filled with like
Brushes.
like
What is
brushes
it? What's
and like
Bill? It's not Bill Nye. What's the stage makeup? Whatever Nye. Okay, never mind. You guys don't get it.
okay. I don't know. She's so,
The people who
she's
do-
so
okay, I
weird.
literally am like-
sometimes
She's
I'm just
talking about
what is
things-
she talking about?
No,
Like,
she's
Stop.
like, yeah, no, we know the
I mean,
stage
what is she
makeup
saying?
stuff.
Like,
we know that.
We
Like,
stop singing.
Do you guys
Yeah.
never in a theater production ever in your
the
life?
fuck?
Ben Nye. That's like all of the theater makeup. Ben Nye.
oh
That's
no,
like
no,
the
no,
brand.
no, I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with that.
But I will say, okay, first of all that is so silly.
No, I mean like the prosthetic. I mean the
It
thing.
is.
He's like, I
Yeah.
can make sourdough
Also,
Yeah.
and I can paint.
yeah.
think about how much time you're in a life or death situation. Okay, there's
Yeah.
23 other people there, and they all have weapons, and they're fighting for their lives. He's spending hours like matching the paint color to a rock, so he can
Yeah.
hide for like what, a few hours.
I mean,
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
I would honestly.
Maybe he works fast. Maybe he's like one of those people where like, you know how people will have people paint their weddings during the wedding. They have to paint really
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. He's a speed painter.
He's a speed
Yeah.
painter. But I will say, like, my thing about it is if that is a talent, a superpower, you know how superheroes are like, we got flight, we got super strength, like the Avengers all have their certain things.
Yeah.
Like, what if in your city you have the fucking guy who paints?
I know.
Yeah, he's
I'd
the
be like-
Hawkeye of the Hunger Games, which is
Is he
ironic.
really? He's not the hot guy of the Hunger Games.
Because Katniss has a bow and arrow. But I say that
Yeah.
to the Avengers thing of all these people are like a god. the Hulk, a billionaire, and then this guy shoots arrows.
Oh, that's like a Hawkeye or whatever his name is?
Yeah. Oh, he just shoots arrows.
Yeah.
He's got a bow and arrow.
Really good at arrows.
And he's killing aliens.
But he
with
works
them.
so. But the other thing though is he's like trained. Like he works so hard, and that's
he
also,
works so hard.
I just want to talk about District 12 really quick, and I do love them. I understand the predicament they're in, but. Sure. Here's the deal: is like you can't be letting little kids go into the hunger. Same with Rue. Like, you're gonna fucking.
Yeah.
You're gonna
well, I mean, it's not their. It's not. Yeah. It's not their.
You gotta
you guys have got to start volunteering.
Yeah, you gotta volunteer.
Oh,
like the fact that Liam Hemsworth didn't volunteer is crazy.
Yeah, that guy's fucking. He was built like a tank.
Wait, that's a good point.
And also, you're the mining.
Like you guys are the reason your fucking district is starving because you have people like Liam fucking Hemsworth. By the way, how do you get so buff if there's no fucking food?
Well, he was fucking in the mines.
He's in the mines.
Yeah, but you need to eat. You need to eat. You know how much you have to eat to get muscle? Like, you have to eat a lot to get muscle.
That's true.
So it's like, how is he so buff if there's no food, first of all?
He's taking creatine.
He's putting his name in the he's getting tesserae, whatever it's called. The freaking, is that what it's called? He's getting the government issued, like, grain for his family. So he's putting, so actually his name was in the thing a lot.
Yeah.
In the reaping a lot.
Yeah.
But
I think he should have, I just feel like the other districts, of course they didn't end up winning, but like I understand their tactic and I do think it works. I also,
like, you mean the careers of like training and
District
and then
1 and 2
volunteer.
they're like, we're gonna train these fucking psychos.
Yeah.
And here's what I would do if
like
I
when
were,
Rue gets picked, you're like, oh.
Yeah. You're like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I would do. I would, every district you take your soon to be, or like you take like your school shooter.
Sure.
All right. You don't punish them.
Oh, like a social pariah. Of
you take your guy who's
district.
like, that kid. There's something wrong with him. We're putting him in. All right. He's got.
Well, they used to do that. I think in like the earlier games. Yeah.
You take the psycho kid. Yeah. Put him in. That made sense to me.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't care if he was.
You'd be like, oh, he's like walking into a school with a gun. You're like,
whoa. You're gonna love this.
It's like how they always kick off the worst hang on reality TV. They're always like which leads me to this. It is amazing reality TV. If we were inside the Hunger Games, like that is the best reality TV show ever.
I know, and that's the thing is like
it is amazing entertainment.
Reality, like we love reality TV. Like how I mean, like
and we do torture our people on reality TV.
Yeah, even think about Squid Games. Like people are like, oh my god, no way, that's actually gonna be real. Mr. Beast made it a real show.
Yeah,
I mean,
Andy
it's not.
Nobody died.
Yeah, nobody dies, but it is the same like capitalist like.
Yeah.
I bet Andy Cohen sees the Hunger Games and he goes, God, I hope we get there as a society.
It's only a matter of time.
BravoCon would go wild if the Hunger Games was real.
We're very desensitized to people dying already, so I feel like we're halfway there.
Yeah.
Also, I think the Hunger Games teaches us the importance of a PR relationship. I will say, I go back to that. I do think PR relationships, a lot of them are fake.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I also think that they work. And I think Peeta and Katniss are so smart. And I think that if they were honest with each other, they'd be like, I don't really like.
No, but like that's my problem with the Hunger Games is that Katniss has to she's in this situation, right? And she has to fight for her life, and then she's got to care for this fucking guy who by the way is a man. He's a man. Go grab a fucking sword.
Wait, they're like 16.
I know, but like, like you're a guy. He's like, I don't know. He's not. She had to save his life like 8 times. Because in the movie, like, he's about to eat the suicide berries. Yeah. Because he's a dumb fuck and didn't pay attention.
I just kind of feel like...
And she had to be like, no! And he's like, what? I love berries.
Why didn't... Well, I guess they're the only people who can understand each other, so maybe that's why they stay together.
And by the way, the rules of the thing, Katniss, you're going to have to kill this guy, too. Because only one wins, remember? I know.
Yeah, no, she knows that. She knows that.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to have to slit this fucking kid's throat in his sleep at one point. Yeah. So, like, what's the point of even teaming up? Anyway.
Well, no, you have to team up. That's the way any of these games work.
I guess you have to team up. I don't think I would team up in the Hunger Games because I'm gonna have to kill
Chris,
these
you would
people.
die so quickly if you didn't team up.
Really?
Yes. Have you never watched reality TV? You have to team up with people, and then you have to backstab them. That's literally the way reality TV works.
I would run and hide the whole time. I would hide.
I mean, that is an option.
You would literally die.
No, they ain't coming for me. I'm getting out
there.
The
only person who maybe shouldn't have teamed up and kept running and hiding was Rue because she was so small.
Yeah, she was small. She could like hide in the trees.
She could have maybe kept hiding, but if you don't have alliances, like that's just the way reality TV works.
So how does it work though? If I'm in a group of people, let's say us 3 are in the Hunger Games and we team up. Yeah. Right, we're the Mormon group.
So there's always an alliance.
So we're out there and we're slitting throats and we're stabbing people.
The problem is
stuff. At some point it's gonna be us 3, and then what do? We're like, all right.
No, Chris, the problem
Best of
is
luck.
that there's always a big alliance.
Okay.
And inside the biggest alliance, there's a smaller alliance.
Oh,
and you
like a
need
Russian
to
doll.
figure out if you are in the smaller alliance because you might think you're in the smaller alliance and you're not.
This is crazy.
And you're so fucked if you're not in the smaller alliance.
Because
I
you're
think
the first. Because then, say
Yeah.
there's a smaller alliance between the two of us.
Yeah.
That's what happens when it goes down. We're killing you in your sleep.
And it's an easy
I'm not
pick.
sleeping, by the way. Ugh.
Never sleep it. Yeah.
You can't sleep in the Hunger Games. I don't know what.
Wait,
would
how
you
many?
guys-
She slept in the Hunger Games. Wait, how?
She slept in a tree.
How
Very smart.
long are they there?
For until it's over.
Yeah,
In the-
but
the
how
Hunger Games?
long is that? Like,
Probably like
I
a day or two.
I feel like their Hunger Games last like maybe like a week.
I think it was like a week too.
Really? It was a week? I
Yeah.
thought it was like 2 days.
No, because
I think it happens
there's
quick.
The first day, I literally just watched it and took extensive notes because I'm refilming the Hunger Games for my birthday next month.
You're refilming it.
You're refilming
the whole
the-
thing.
the whole
Yeah,
thing?
I'm gonna be Katniss, bitch. Yeah, so
That's great.
It's the
Wait,
first
can we be
night-
in it? Or is there no rules? I'll be Kato. Can be Kato?
that'd actually be
Are, there-
pretty good.
are you
You do
playing
kinda
all
look
roles?
Kato.
No, but she is fully booked, but guess what? Next year,
Hunger Games 2?
Well, I'm thinking Twilight.
Oh.
Well, you know.
Well, she's made
I have to
it.
finish reading it.
She's
Oh, yeah,
been
yeah.
stuck. Let me tell you, we've been documenting this in this podcast. She at the beginning of this podcast was like, "I'm reading Twilight, right?"
I
she
still
goes.
read.
So she
Yeah,
goes.
It's hard.
So she was like, "So right now we're getting into the car, right? The two. What's their names?
Edward and Bella.
Edward and yeah. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, look at me.
Yeah, sure.
I'm reading books about baseball.
Sure.
But
They're
okay,
picture books,
they get in the
so-
car, and then we like 2 weeks later, we're like, so how's the book going? She goes, they made a turn.
That's so valid. Yeah, they drove a little
She
ways
had,
down
like
the
a
street.
sentence more. Maybe this is what you're talking about with the teaming up, because I felt like me and you had kind of a good connection.
No,
maybe.
If you
Whoa,
ever,
I was not dogging on her for not reading. I also don't read and I read
Okay,
slow.
all right.
No,
Whoa.
but what I'm saying is that
All
like
right.
reality TV,
I'll kill you both, all right?
you can't not have an alliance. Now,
Yeah.
where Katniss went right is she
Yeah.
didn't align with all of those.
She aligned with
The
Rue.
careers.
Yeah, but you can't align. Yeah, but she needed to align with Rue, or she would never been able to like blow up the cornucopia.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she had aligned with you have to align with the right people. Because if she'd aligned with the career people, they would have killed her in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Because she's not
Those-
a part of
those
the
people are
bigger
psychos.
alliance. Because
Yeah.
she's not. But the reason why her and
Because she's
Rue,
a threat to them.
well,
right.
also because she's not like them. They're
Yeah.
not like us.
They're not like
And
us.
that's why her and Rue were a good alliance because they were alike because their districts both struggled. So they had a like they really got each other. And that's also why Rue's other counterpart didn't kill her. And that's the only reason she won the Hunger Games was because he didn't kill her.
Oh yeah, the
Thresh.
the
Thresh.
bigger guy.
Yeah.
Thresh, yeah, because which also that part I'm kind of like, how did he know about that? Maybe in the book it says he like, but I guess he just knew. Well, I guess maybe he came across her body and it was like all beautifully decorated, but
Yeah.
like he knew she didn't kill her or something.
But
Yeah.
also like, bro, where were you? They
Yeah, I was
literally
about to
put
say
an 11-year-old in with you. Why
did
aren't
he
you
not team
protecting
up with
her?
his own district person? Selfish guy.
I mean, that's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where he went or like what he was doing, but yeah, he seemed to be like on his own.
Listen, they do not make going to a concert easy. Getting the tickets is literally impossible. You got to sign up for the pre-sale, go through the queue, and then once you get there, all the best tickets are gone, okay? Going to a concert should be about the show itself, not waiting around in a virtual line. But lucky for me, I use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down closer to the show time. Okay, so I was looking for Brat tickets, obsessed with Charlie XCX, must see Brat. And all I have to do is search Brat and then hit Game Time picks and look at right here. Amazing tickets for, here's 182, here's 159. These tickets are super close, only $200. You're not gonna find that anywhere else. I'm gonna be going to see Charlie XCX Brat, but whatever you're gonna go see, get the tickets now at Game Time. You also can get tickets to Broadway shows. That's one of my favorite things to do. You can get tickets to sporting events. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code NOTHANKS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code NOTHANKS, all caps, for $20 off. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's game time.
Okay, let's put ourselves in the Hunger Games right now. You're on the podium. The clock's clicking,
Yeah.
going down. I think, first of all, big problem for me. I think I think I'm gonna probably like shit my pants. in
Yeah.
that.
Sure, first my pants are
So
full
then,
of shit.
so then my running, it's gonna be
full
slow.
diaper. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Messy.
wear a
You're sort of
diaper.
doing like a weird like trot because
Yeah.
it's like kind of coming down your leg a little bit.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, he shit his pants. Yeah.
Which
yeah,
might
yeah.
help me because then people are gonna be like, ugh. Like they might stay
True.
away
They'll
from
be like,
me.
ew, I don't want to kill
They'll
him.
be
He's
like,
gross.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Why does the
nasty.
cornucopia smell
The
like
problem
shit?
is it might like if there's any like dogs that they let loose or like
Yeah.
any animal, they're gonna
Yeah.
be attracted to the shit
That's
smell.
right.
True. I'd probably take the shit and start throwing it at people.
That's actually a good
Actually,
strategy.
wait, I thought about this because, okay, so if they're all children, what if you just took off all your clothes and now you're naked? Are they going to show that on TV? I mean, they're showing kids dying.
That's
but
right.
like,
Yeah, I don't think
what
they
if you
give a
run around
shit.
naked?
I don't think they care.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
we're
don't care.
remember this is dystopian future.
True.
Right?
This
Or
is, like,
past. I don't know when it takes place.
future.
I think it's the
But-
future.
It takes place in the future. They reference.
I think it's 2028.
Wait, actually.
No.
Wait, I think
It's like
I think
4
it's-
years from now?
Yeah, I think it's in 4 years.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's coming up.
And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like Andy Cohen and Tyra
Yeah.
Banks who are
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they reference an Edgar Allan Poe poem in the new
Okay,
book.
so it takes place in America at some point.
At
in
some
the future.
point, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's my biggest thing. If I'm Katniss, I'm in this thing. Shit's
I'm in this
wild.
thing.
I'm in this thing. Shit's wild. Like, yeah,
Hey.
I got Pete who's like, I love you. I'm like, one, I don't know you. Two, not the fucking time. All right,
Yeah.
we are.
Well, that's
in,
what she's thinking too. She's
yeah,
like,
but she's like, look around.
but
It's-
she's doing the PR
She
relationship.
Yeah.
kisses him to get shit.
Oh, that's right. She does.
because she needs sponsors.
But I would just be like, listen, dude, we are in the
Brand
dystopian
deals.
future. All right, look
Brand
around
deals,
us.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. They got to get brand deals. They got to
Yeah.
get the parachutes that come down.
Well, I
They
do
gotta,
think that's how
they
you
gotta
win.
have a package from Elf Bar
Amazon.
or Amazon.
Amazon.
Like imagine you're in the wild and they just like a brand deal comes
Yeah.
down. It's
Oh,
like, ooh,
it-
CeraVe.
yeah.
You know,
Thank you
like-
for the sunscreen.
Yeah.
Now I can protect my face.
I do think that that's how you win. I do think it's the brand deals. I think it's the PR. I don't think it's about killing. I don't. I think that that's very one-minded. I think it's a strategy.
Yeah.
I think a PR relationship's a good way. I think like if I was gonna go into the Hunger Games, girl, I'd get so much plastic surgery done so I could get like
You gotta be hot.
I'll show my boobs if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you should read the new one because when I first watched the Hunger Games, obviously I really like dystopian and like sci-fi stuff. I liked it for the world building, and I was like, oh, it's cool. And then I was kind of like, oh, Katniss or Peeta or Gale or blah, blah, whatever. And then
Yeah.
as I rewatch it as an adult, I'm like, oh my God, it's about reality TV. It's about like capitalism and
Yeah.
fascism.
Consumer culture.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit. And then the new book, they really talk a lot about like the or at least they spend a little more time with like the interviews and like you get like dressed and it's all about getting people to like you to
And
like
the
win the
clothes.
games and
Yeah.
like the clothes, you have to look presentable, you have to look nice because District 12 is like a poor district. They don't even have like a good fashion designer to
Yeah.
like dress them. And so like
They don't
that's
even have
part of
one
it.
gay guy there.
They have
Yeah.
no gay guy like
Yeah.
dressing them. It's just like so
We heard a crazy story this weekend. I don't even know if we're allowed to tell it.
it's just like such a good story that it feels wrong to tell it.
It feels wrong to
Can you
tell the
say
story.
like
No,
without
we'll tell you and we can
people's
cut
names?
it out.
We
but
can tell you we're gonna
it's
cut it.
someone who like probably will never share the story because they're not like a comedian.
They're not a public facing
but
person.
it's
That-
like
it's always those people that have the best
They
stories.
do.
No,
Because they're
the
living
story-
life. They're in the trenches
That's
of
true.
life.
They're the nurses.
We're out here in front of a fucking ring light being like, look
And
at
it's
me.
like-
I'm the Pope today.
Hot dog water,
Look at
hot dog
me.
water, just
Yeah.
drink hot dog water.
All day.
and then I'm
These
trying to come
people
up
are-
with bits and I don't have a real life.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like-
we don't live
You
a normal
know,
life.
me making a content that's relatable. You know when your friend holds your camera and then you post the video and it
Literally-
doesn't get likes.
Yeah.
You know that feeling.
And the people in like freaking Kentucky watching it. Oh yeah, wait, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
you
they're
know
like-
when you go to brand event and
Yeah.
the food and the water they have is not good water and you want the other bottled water.
And you
Oh
want the
my God,
other
wait.
bottle
so you
water.
go to
Hold
the
on,
bathroom and drink the water out of the toilet.
Hold on. We actually went to a brand event where there was literally, this is crazy. There was like dirt in the water. It was insane. Like
The water
they, like,
was insane.
It was like a bar. They're like, yeah, whatever drink you want, it's free. And me and Caroline, we don't really drink that much,
Yeah.
right? So we went and we're like, can we just get water? They're like, yeah, I guess the water's right there. And
The
we
water's
start
straight
pouring
out-
it out.
Oh,
and there's
out of like one of the things
out of,
that
like,
sit on the
poop bag.
corner.
yeah, and like we do the
bag.
water, and it's like legit got like soil in it, like potting soil, like
It was
black
like, you dumb
soil.
sober bitches.
Yeah, they're like,
They're like, drink the alcohol.
yeah, they're like, you like water like from a stream, right? That's what you guys drink,
well,
right?
usually streams have like dirt underneath
Yeah,
the
they're
water.
gonna have dirt in
It
it.
was
That's where we got the
so
water. We got it from the Hudson. What do you
gross.
expect?
Yeah.
You know?
Ew.
So anyways,
Yeah.
very funny, and the way she delivers it is so funny too. But she just like works in marketing or something.
Damn, Mom.
Yeah.
I know. So
That's
basically,
unfortunate.
her grandpa had stomach cancer.
Okay.
And he had a feeding tube, and he was a very proud man. He, like, you know, was probably, like, a racist guy, like,
Sure.
who, like, probably, like, he was a judge
But
at
like
one
back
point.
when it was like
Everyone was
Cool.
racist.
back when
Yeah.
it was just like, you know.
When it was what you
You know.
kind of did.
You know.
It
you
was
know.
like it was
You
like an
know.
all-American thing, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So, anyways, he has stomach cancer. He's like in his 60s, maybe early 70s, and he just doesn't want to live anymore. So
He's over it.
they call her. She gets
He's
a phone
like,
call,
I'm done.
and they're like, "Hey, Grandpa is gonna die today." And she was like, "Oh my God, is he doing bad?" And they're like, "No, he's like telling us to kill him."
He's in the room being like, kill me, kill. No.
Take out the feeding tube.
Yeah.
So they start filling the feeding tube with vodka and benzo, trying to like overdose.
Yeah.
Wait, is the nurse there?
No,
No, it's
they're
just his
doing this
family.
rogue.
Just his family.
They're going
And
rogue.
her aunt is like doing like chants, like from AA,
Oh, okay.
like
Well,
some kind of like
that's-
God, like
doesn't
God
need
rest
to do
his
that.
soul,
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Oh, I thought it was like death chance. I'm like, okay, well, she's not helping.
Yeah.
Just
Well, that's
get the
cultural
vodka.
appropriation. That's
Yeah.
cultural
Go get
appropriation.
hey,
Yeah.
go get the Windex.
Yeah,
All
get
right,
the-
put it in the tubes.
Quit doing
Get the
death
bleach.
chance.
Yeah.
Just come on, do what you know.
Yeah.
So he like passes out from like all the drugs, and then he keeps coming back. And every time he's like, "I told you guys to kill me," and he's just like screaming at them, freaking out. And she said it was so funny.
That's okay. That
so
is
the whole
it is-
family's there, and
What a way to go.
It's a good
once
bit.
again he goes out again. What the fuck is wrong? So we start screaming at
Is
them.
he kind of having fun too, though? Is he?
I
Like,
think
this
he's
is really-
pissed.
right? Because he's in a lot of pain.
I think,
Right? Right?
I don't even
Or-
think he was in pain, because I asked that. I was like, was he in like pain? What was going on? And she was like, no, he just couldn't golf anymore, and he was just
Yeah,
kinda
which
over-
that was the funniest part of the story where I was like, so he was dying. They're like, yeah, he just like he couldn't get a tea time,
He just
and
couldn't.
like
he has
and
some
that like
difficulty.
really and then he was like, kill me
what's the
right here in
point?
the parking lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was literally like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So then his wife, her grandma,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
puts a pillow over his face. And she's like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Come
that's
here.
like so that's like physically like.
So
Killing.
then
It's murder.
At
Let's
least,
be
at least
honest.
with
Her
the pills and stuff,
son-
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we kind of did it and walked
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
his son
Yeah.
is like, okay, I'll do it. She's like, come here, get it,
She
take
was
it
too
over.
weak. She
To
couldn't do it.
suffocate.
So the suffocated the grandpa.
Yeah.
And then that night, I was like,
Yeah.
well, what did you guys do? Like, was it sad? And she was, well, no, that night there was a party, and I went to the party because there was like someone I wanted to hook up with there. So like,
Yeah.
I went to the party.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, how this story makes you
What?
feel like when she told the story, I like wanted to laugh because there were funny elements of it, but
But she
there-
was fine with that. Like, she was
fine
like,
with it,
this
but,
is
like,
funny.
Deep inside, I was kind of like,
I mean, okay, like I guess. Why am I more comfortable with them just like doing the pills and the alcohol? I guess it's the
'cause
same as
it's more chemical, but
Yeah.
there's something violent
gruesome.
about like
Yeah.
actually causing
Choking
the
grandpa.
death with your own hands. You know?
yeah.
Like that's really.
Maybe that's what I just
But
want
also,
to share it.
they
like,
told us she was like, it took 9 hours. They were taking shifts on this guy. They couldn't get it. They're
so
like,
he was
they were-
like completely
No,
like
I think
like-
it was 9 hours in total.
Oh, okay, 9 hours. Okay, but they were doing it, and they were like, "Arr," they're like, get the Tempur-Pedic pillow. That will be
Yeah,
better.
that one,
you know?
the memory
Yeah,
foam, like-
they were like, "Arr, it's not working.
Yeah.
What's the thread count?
and
I don't know.
she said that like it was kind of traumatizing for her dad. No shit.
Yeah.
But part of
Yeah.
it was like,
he killed her. He killed his
his own
dad.
dad.
There was
Yeah.
a father with
But
a pillow.
talking to her, like,
Do you use
she
that
thought
pillow
it
that
was
night?
so funny and like silly. And part of me is like, you were either the most mentally ill person or the most healed person, because you don't fear death.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
think I just think it's very interesting that they're like they just went completely rogue. I mean, nobody with any type of degree was in that room.
Well, let's just fill it with pills
yeah.
and vodka.
They were
that
winging
kills people.
They were winging it. And then they did the
Yeah.
pillow. And like, what was if the pillow didn't work? What was gonna be the next step?
Well, I guess
like
they didn't want to
shovel?
get like messy,
Yeah.
probably, because like my thought is just like slit the
Yeah.
wrist or like
Ugh.
slit the throat, but then it's
Yeah.
blood.
Oh, very
Ugh.
blood.
And how will he look in the casket?
yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, long sleeve. You could long sleeve.
Yeah.
like this.
Totally.
But that's a good point too. So it's probably the cleanest option they could
Mock
think
knife.
of. yeah. Yeah, a little.
Like, ooh, being buried in a turtleneck, so
Yeah.
trendy.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
summer. They're like, oh, it's a little
Yeah.
hot to be buried in a turtleneck, but
The theme of the
I guess winter does come. Winter
Yeah.
always comes, even in the ground.
Yeah. I think I want my wake to be ski themed.
Oh, fun.
Put me with the goggles. And
Really?
The
oh,
jacket.
fun.
Are you a big skier?
Not really. I mean, I snowboard, but like not a lot. I didn't go this. And when I
Not-
snowboard,
not enough to
when I snowboard,
warrant,
I snowboard in New Jersey, which is a crime against snowboarding because you're literally
really?
you're snowboarding on rocks and the bodies of missing mob members from 1986.
Sure,
So it's
sure.
really It's really
It's
not
a rough-
great.
It is
Yeah.
funny,
Rough
like if
slope.
someone hates you and like your daughter hates you or your
Yeah.
husband hates you, like they could straight up just dress you like Peppa Pig and like
That's so
coffin.
true. You don't know. I mean, unless
You
you
could
write a
look like
will,
Ronald
but even then
McDonald.
they could be like,
Yeah.
let's throw it out. We hated that bitch.
Yeah.
put her
Which
in a
dress
bowl
was-
cap.
Yeah, bald cap?
A ball cap.
Put a ball, oh,
It's a ball cap.
Baseball.
It's a cap that looks like
Sorry,
a ball.
I was thinking
I
bald
meant-
cap.
I meant like bowl wig and ball
You
cap.
got multiple things in one.
But like imagine like you guys put me in Ronald McDonald paint. Like
That'd be funny.
just like
Yeah, you don't
fuck
know.
with
Yeah.
them.
You're
yeah.
no the wiser. You're none
Yeah.
the wiser.
It's kind of funny because then like when people go to the open casket, it's like a clown.
Well,
kinda-
were you like mesmerized by the dead body?
No, I
Yes,
didn't
I
like.
was terrified.
I didn't like going up and doing and closing my eyes in front of it and doing the prayer because you had to go down and kneel 2 at a time sometimes or maybe
You
once.
guys kneeled?
No, we had a thing. So
I was like this.
really? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're all from different places, but
Yeah.
here in New York on Long Island, they had the casket and then they have like a little like thing that you kneel on with like a bar and you can like rest and pray on it right up to in front of the casket. You're right there. So you have to go kneel. The body is feet away from your closed eyes. I was so afraid of that because of course, I'm afraid that the body's just going to be like, ah! Yeah.
Yes,
like-
yes.
Something that I have said this before, but like mortician makeup looks so similar to when someone face tunes their skin.
Really?
It looks the same to me.
yeah.
like
Very smooth.
cakey, like
Smooth.
AI kind of vibes.
Yes,
like,
yes.
oh, see, it just looks horrible.
I think it does look bad.
Because I think it's mostly like men that work in that industry.
Yeah.
and I feel like
they don't know
just,
what the fuck
they
they're
don't
doing.
know what makeup is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like weird. Why are you putting me in a smoky eye?
Yeah.
I'm about to meet God, looking like a whore.
Smoky eye and a beautiful gloss, a glossy
Yeah,
lip.
like these morticians. Like
Yeah.
a red lip with a smoky eye before I
Yeah.
meet the Lord.
Yeah, no,
No.
fired. Yeah, imagine that you go up and it's like your mom is just in smoky eye. Can we get this off? Like you're trying to like
Yeah,
you're
like-
trying to get it off.
Mom, like this contour,
Yeah.
blush and bronzer.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. The line is solid. It's thick. The like for the contour. I feel like my grandma's makeup was insane that I was like, oh girl. Like and you can't help it. You can't help that.
And then they like decide to like just kind of go rogue on your eyebrows. Like, why'd they tweeze my eyebrows like that?
yeah, let's make them thinner. Wait, let's just get rid of them.
I'm constantly confused. I'm in heaven, like
Yeah. You're like this, and everyone's like, "What's wrong, honey? You're in
like
heaven."
the mortician. The mortician was straight.
Oh, yeah.
it was a straight man who did my
I got a
makeup.
straight mortician.
Yeah.
I look like this forever.
They give me a spray tan.
Yeah, yeah.
I
you're-
get to heaven.
Yeah.
Gandhi's like, why are you my skin color?
Yeah, he's like, girl.
yeah.
It'd be so funny to get to him like, welcome. Whoa.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay. We're
Yeah.
gonna actually stay right here. We have to talk.
You
a
can
little
see the
bit.
split of like
Yeah.
the new millennia where it's like
Yeah.
all the new people are like coming out like this. Like,
Yeah.
I get to
"Hey."
the golden streets of heaven and they're like, oh, I didn't know heaven had hookers.
Yeah, they're like, hey, thank God. Well, I guess they probably weren't the people. If they're in heaven, you're probably not getting hookers. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
Mary,
Could be fun
Mary
up there.
Magdalene.
Oh, shout out! Don't.
There's a
even get me
red light
started.
district in heaven.
In heaven.
It's like
I'm
Amsterdam up there.
True,
Yeah.
yeah. Because if you think about it, like if heaven is like all the awesome stuff,
Well,
is it like having an orgasm all the time? But then that would kind of hurt.
I think that's Mormon heaven. Mormon heaven's very like
Horny.
It's the Mormons so funny because
They're
like,
so
no,
horny.
Like no sex, you gotta soak.
Uh-huh.
You know, like no all that stuff. But
Which,
then like
come on.
I know it's
Just
crazy.
have sex.
I know it's really insane.
Yeah.
But like no sex. But then like all their lore is like, and if you're good, we'll let you have a threesome. Like it's like crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
and if you're God's
it's like if you're
favorite-
good, angels will be sucking you off for
At the same time.
eternity.
Because they're angels and they don't abide to like the laws of physics. So like all 18 of these angels could suck you off at the same time.
It doesn't even make sense, but they will.
They will.
Yeah, and that's what Joseph Smith found on the gold tablets. That's what it
Yeah.
said in the woods.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Talk
Yes.
about your podcast. Talk about what's new.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys, if you want to like go like follow me and things like this, you can follow me on Instagram, Grace Reiter 1.
couldn't
you know who
couldn't
Grace Reiter
You
is?
can get Grace Reiter.
I don't know who she is. I've never
Have
met
you
her.
looked it up?
I've harassed
No,
actress
I actually
Barnes
don't
a lot.
even know. That's the thing is, in my heart, I feel like I started a photography account and I did have that name at one point, but it's lost. I don't know. So, Grace Reiter 1, Writer Grace on TikTok, Grace Reiter on freaking the YouTube. I do have a podcast, which you can listen to freaking right
and
after this
Caroline-
one.
Caroline-
I
was on an
found her
episode.
480 followers.
Okay, so I'll talk to her.
Only 3 posts.
So I would threaten her immediately.
You probably could get it from
I would
her.
I would
Only
be
3
like,
posts?
listen, you don't even know the shit I'm on right now. I got people in this industry. They'll
I'm gonna
find
be the Sabrina
you.
Carpenter of fucking
I
comedy,
will
bitch.
find you. I'll ruin your fucking life. Delete your account. Let me
Delete
have the
your
name.
account, delete your account,
I'm
delete
the real
your
Grace
account.
Reiter. And by the way, you're gonna be messaging your own photography account from 2000 whatever.
Yeah, and then very welcome. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I get all these. This person sending
They're
me
attacking
death threats.
me, yeah.
Who is this? And it's me.
I threatened the at Chris Barnes guy because the guy in 2011 made at Chris Barnes posted one photo of a dolphin and then fucking bailed. He's probably dead. And I can't even
Probably.
get Chris Barnes.
Damn.
Shitty.
Well, follow Grace.
Follow
You can follow
Grace.
me there. Watch the podcast. Caroline was on a
I was on
freaking
it.
Yep.
episode. That was fun, and we chatted. So like that was fun, and like that'd be awesome
Yeah.
if you watch that.
And so thanks so much for listening. We love you.
Yeah. Wait, we got to book. We had to.
I have a
promote
show
our
May
stuff.
8th at Medford, Massachusetts. Please come.
Yep.
I have a show May 29th in Chicago. And then I have a show May 30th in Toronto.
Okay, so I have a show this Friday, May 2nd at the Gutter. I'm headlining in Brooklyn. Come to that. And then also I am headlining Long Island June 13th and 14th. And Hollywood Improv on June 26th, Thursday. And Austin Cap City, right, was the name of it? On July 17th.
Hell
So
yeah.
get tickets. Yeah.
Whoa.
Thanks for
busy.
listening. Yeah, we're busy. We're booked and busy.
Ayo.
AOC.
AOC.
Okay, I'm going to go get
All right. Bye.